In this video, we will look at not using Fiddler to diagnose HTTP traffic. Fiddler is a fantastic tool if you would like to know what's going on through your HTTP pipeline. Fiddler is used from the client side. If you use a browser or if you have an HTTP client, and if you're hitting to another service through HTTP, then you can use Fiddler to diagnose what's going on. You can even see the performance of the request. Let's see an example. On the left-hand side, we can see our browser, and on the right-hand side, my Fiddler is open and it's in capturing mode. Basically, it listens all the HTTP traffic through my computer. So if I refresh my browser on the left-hand side, 3 requests has come. Currently, you see there are other requests are being captured for my machine, but currently I'm only interested in my browser. So I can right-click and filter, and I can filter by process. So right now, Fiddler only listens to my browser process. If I refresh again, I can see 2 more requests come. And if I clean and reload, then I can see the requests that are only associated with my browser. At this point, I'm only interested in my page. And with respect to my page, which is in localhost, I'm seeing 2 requests. One is to favicon ICO and the other one is to the root of my web application. Although these requests are in HTTPS, I have already configured my Fiddler to decrypt the HTTPS traffic. If you haven't done so, just double click the request and Fiddler should guide you about how to decrypt the HTTPS requests. In my case, since they are already decrypted, I double click and you see that I can see from the upper part shows the request headers, and I can also see in the raw form the entire request in the raw form that is sent. I can see the entire request, and from the bottom I can see the entire response. I can see cookies. If the responses was in JSON format, I would be able to see them in JSON, and I can see if the server returns an image, I can render the image if possible. In this case, Fiddler allows me to see what happens. I can also replay the request. So if I go to Composer and if I drag my request here, then I can execute the request and replay, and I can get the response back. And I can change the body of the request and try to get different results. For example, what happens if I send a post request to my page? As you see, when I send a post request, I get a 400 unhandled error because my page by default does not handle post requests. I can also go to statistics. I can see how much a request has been taken. Basically, it shows the timestamp when the server is connected, when the Fiddler begins the request, and when the server begins response. And I can see the total duration of my last request was 0.027 seconds. Fiddler is a very convenient tool and you should be aware of it, especially when you need to debug your HTTP requests. In the next video, we will look at not using perf for production issues.